What is going on, guys? In today's video I will show you the top 10 tips and tricks in Schedule 1. At first, this game may seem like very easy and simple, however, the longer you play, the more tricks you will find. So for example, how to sell, buy and grow with the highest efficiency while also evading the law. Then how can you get over 1 million in net worth, where and how to spend more than 80 hours into the game, and much more. Also, if you're interested in buying other PC or console games with 50 or 70% discount, then check out Instant Gaming. For example, I want to buy Elden Ring, so we just click on Add to Cart, then click Pay, then input our details and pay. After payment is complete, we will receive activation key, so we just go to our platform, for me it's Steam, then copy and paste the key in, and it's that simple. So what are you waiting for? Click my link description and check out Instant Gaming for yourself. So first things first, you want to use the hotel intercom for game saving. In every building the main character owns or rents, no matter how humble, there will be a save game feature included with the intercom. And this is how to save the game. This is easily found by the door or the light switch. Unlike other games, there's no automatic saves at important story points or when our character levels up, so it's an easy detail to miss, and it would be a major mistake to lose days of work for money and materials by not saving. It is also possible to die in the game at the hands of an angry junkie or perhaps a rival dealer, so just in case, save early and save often. Next up we have that you need to check your messages. By keeping with the immersion and realism, despite the graphics, players should prepare to get a lot of calls from potential customers. So get used to the smartphone and its related apps like the map and journal, which are essential in the early part of the game. Later, the apps will also include ways to connect and recruit new dealers as we require more customers. We won't always have product to sell, especially when we are working with just a couple of plants in a motel room. So don't be afraid to say no to clients or renegotiate their initial request. It's also possible to put off a deal until the following day if you just need more time. Then my next step is how to make money and how to transfer cash into card. So when it's time to visit a shop and buy materials for growing and producing materials for sale, it is not possible to use cash earned from dealing no matter how much it is. Most of the legitimate materials required like the soil can only be purchased from the hardware or the gardening stores with a debit card. And Schedule 1 makes it easy by providing various ATMs around the town that can be used to deposit and withdraw money. This game makes it easy by providing you with various ATMs around the town that can be used to deposit and withdraw money. Sometimes cash is required for the job box, and the withdrawal option is also handy in the case that there's not enough on hand. ATMs are available 24/7, especially in the case when we are stuck out after the curfew. But that's of course a situation that's better to be avoided most of the time. So this is where the money transferring will come into play. And in my opinion, the best and fastest ways to do it for beginners is first to save your game, and then now bring your cash into the casino, then select the highest amount in all of the machines, and then just keep rolling them all at once. Once a machine wins once, then do 1000 or more, but don't touch them again to make sure that you increase the roll to max, which is 100. And then from here just keep on rolling at least till each machine wins once. And of course, if you get unlucky, then reload the game without saving and start 5 minutes ago. And do this until you get lucky and win a bunch of money. Then next up we have tips on avoiding police. The Highland Point is equipped with a vigilant and mobile police force that patrols the city on foot and in cars and trucks. If they see anything suspicious going down, no matter what time of day, they can detain and search the player and their customer. Not only does this mean a loss of product, but also results in a fine and perhaps prison. The city also has a curfew from 9 PM to 5 AM, and anyone caught on the street during that time will also feel the long arm of the law. Being caught out after the curfew is expensive misdemeanor that requires us to pay $100 fine, which is more expensive than being caught with a product in some cases. So to avoid police, we want to avoid drawing attention to ourselves by staying out of sight. Don't perform any illegal activities in front of the police or in areas heavily patrolled by the law enforcement. However, if you commit a crime, then try to do it in a more discreet area away from high traffic zones where the police are likely to spot you. You can also use the vehicle strategy, which means that if you're in a vehicle, then try to blend in with the traffic and avoid high-speed chases. Make sure to follow traffic laws and avoid drawing attention, but be ready to make a quick getaway if needed. Some vehicles might have better handling or speed, which can help you escape faster. On top of this, there are a few specific locations and alleyways in the game where you can hide for a few minutes, so use them to your advantage to avoid being seen by police. And finally, change appearance. You can also change your appearance, like changing clothes or using disguises. If your character is wanted, then changing outfits may reduce the chances of being spotted. Then my fifth tip is how to level up fast, aka get access to more product. Every main character in Schedule 1 starts with the same title at the very beginning, which is the Street Rat. However, as your character builds a client list and starts making some real money, you will move up through 5 levels of the Street Rat until you reach the next level, which is the Hoodlum. This will go through a total of 11 levels before finally reaching the max level, Kingpin. Every time we rank up, we get access to new products, not only drugs themselves, but also better means to grow and manufacture them. That includes items like better soil and fertilizer, along with new and exotic seed strains, which is very important since cannabis is the first thing that we get to grow. And this is very crucial during the startup phase. So to level up quickly, we want to do a few things. First, focus on the main quest and tasks. Main storylines are always in every game the place where you get rewarded with the most XP, so do them first. Then second, maximize time efficiency. As the game involves resource management, so try to optimize your time and resources. Use your time wisely by prioritizing actions that give you the most XP or progress towards your next level. For example, if there is a mission or level that offers high XP rewards, then replay it as much as you can. My next step is to keep our pockets clean. It's obvious that our business is not exactly the cleanest line of work in the city. So, as I've mentioned, police are a big threat to our endeavors. And with you going around selling and promoting product, we will run into them at least once or twice. When police stops you for a search, they will be going through every slot of your inventory. Of course, you can hide items in your inventory, but you can only hide one item at a time by holding it while it's in the slot, so use this mechanic. So, when the officer holds their light over your inventory slot, that means that they're currently looking at that spot, giving you time to grab your illegal item in another slot to hide it from their flashlight. It will of course get more difficult the more incriminating items you have on you, so I recommend for as much as possible to only have items you will be needing during your journey in the city, and just put them in your pockets, and for the rest leave them at the home because otherwise they will get you in trouble. My next step is that you should not be taking too many orders, which at least was a huge mistake for myself. In general, the more you sell, the happier your customer will be, and the greater demand for your wonderful product will become. But that said, it's easy to get overboard and accept all the orders you receive. So before you overcommit promising deliveries left and right, make sure that you have enough supply to begin with. It may take some time to produce your goods, so don't accept orders that you aren't prepared for, or ensure that you're scheduling orders for a later period, when the product will be ready again. Giving yourself enough time to get supplies, produce your product, and make your deliveries is huge. You will take a lot of pressure off when you give yourself more time to breathe, especially when you have the right amount of orders to take care of. And this is what I like to call as the time management. Next up we have that what price should you put on your product? Well, the only thing that you really want high in your playthrough is the customers. If a customer offers you a price for your goods and you make a counter offer that's too high, then there's a chance that you will scare him off. You can of course see what a fair price is at the bottom of your screen. You don't have to sacrifice prices to secure offers, of course, but I recommend to only raise prices slightly just to make sure that you're not going overboard. Next, let's quickly go over the curfew mechanic. During curfew hours, the police will be out and about going after those who are breaking the law. While you might prefer to stay indoors or even head to the bed to avoid getting in trouble, you don't actually have to be entirely afraid of going out during the curfew period, because making deliveries during this time will give you a curfew bonus, which gives us more cash per order. If you're making several deliveries, then this amount can pile up, and even add up to the price of an extra order. But that said, you might want to limit how many orders you are taking in that time. Overall, I recommend to manage the risk that you're allowing yourself to take, and my rule of thumb is that when I get 1 to 2 extra deliveries from the bonuses, then that is enough, and then from here it's just worth starting the next day again. Also, if you want to spend your curfew hours safely but still be productive, then you can work on your product. Before the curfew hits, order all the supplies you will need to pull off an all-nighter. You can then take orders during the night while making more of your product, and have them ready for delivery by morning. This will ensure that you're meeting your financial objectives as quickly as possible, while also allowing you to expand your business and move up to the next level. And now for my final tip, I will give you a few extra tips and bonus tips that are short but straight to the point. So first, you can access your map on your phone or by pressing M on your keyboard. On the map you will see different points of interest and the layout of the area. You can also see customers and other people that you can promote your product to. When making deliveries, sometimes you might find yourself on a tight schedule. Deliveries are said to happen during a specific period of the day or night, and when the period passes, you will miss the deadline. So make sure that you're efficient with your deliveries. Instead of running towards any point of interest that just looks fun, I rather recommend to look for customers which are closest to each other. So cover sections with the most customers first, and then only target the customers that are further away. Also, business is all about two things: supply and demand. Supply is a matter of purchasing materials and equipment, but you will need money to even afford these things. While you may have a customer base to start with, you will want to expand this if you expect to grow your business. So check out your map and hover over different icons of people in your area. You will see that there's those who can be potential customers if you entice them with your product. So what I usually do is bring those people my product and give them a free sample. After that, you will see what their tastes are like, and if any of your product will fit their profile. Also, when making the product itself, make enough to meet all of your orders, but it's better to make additional snacks for marketing purposes. So then, while you're out making your deliveries, you can offer free samples to potential customers that you come across. And finally, every growing business should keep an eye out for expansion in order to scale product and make more supply to meet the demand. You can get bigger shelves to accommodate more materials, then also get more grow tents to grow more seeds at once, or hire some help to automate your process. And all of this will allow you to focus on other things. That said, don't expand if the demand for your product doesn't call for it. If you use all of your finances to invest into expansion straight away, then you may find that demand is not high enough for that kind of supply that you provide. My rule of thumb is that when I feel like I'm getting more orders that I can handle, then I definitely invest in my product and expand. So let me know what you think about these tips and tricks in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, then you definitely don't want to miss my previous video where I showed even more powerful tips and guides. So click the screen now and I'll see you in the next one.